So it's been a little over 1 month now since Mortal Kombat 1 released, and pretty quickly we burned through all the content the game had to offer. Sadly, there's not much, and it's pretty bare bones to previous releases, well, compared to those ones at least, which is very disappointing after hearing that this game had the longest development time in NRS history, which of course does have a lot of contributing factors with cameo fighters and combat balancing around that. You can already get the idea that things will take a little bit longer to develop in general. However, the game does have its first big update coming soon, with Omniman releasing for early access on November 9th this Thursday, and Tremor, a new cameo, on the way too. The first round of DLC is always an exciting time for new releases. However, with this release, I can't lie, there are some disappointing elements to it that unfortunately we have to endure thanks to WB. But there is an amazing addition coming that tons of us will agree is exciting, and a much sought after one by the community as a whole. Hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you don't miss out on any more updates for Mortal Kombat, and also help raise that 40% subbed even higher. We are so close to 50%. Now with that being said, let's get into the video. When Mortal Kombat 1 released, I among many others was disappointed to see that crossplay is not a launch feature and it would instead be coming at a later date. I mean, hell, when I saw practice mode didn't have a taggable command, that actually blew my mind considering the betas that came out previously and the stress tests had that already. And every single NRS game in existence came and launched with a taggable combo system for practice mode. But I digress. Thankfully, this has been patched in, but come on, man, really, this needed to be patched in? How? With how long ranked and in general online queues can be, no crossplay is definitely not helping that out by limiting matchmaking and playing with friends. However, Ed Boon put out a poll on Twitter the other day, and the tide seemed to be turning, and things seem to be happening sooner than later. In this tweet, he stated that they are working on additional online features for Mortal Kombat 1. They can't announce any specifics yet or a date, but which of these 4 features would we like to see first? Out of a ranked play, being best 2 out of 3, a ping and Wi-Fi filter, and of course, crossplay. The sheer landslide in favor of crossplay is already proof in itself. This is for sure the most anticipated and wanted addition to the game. And in my opinion, these days should be a launch thing. I mean, the only games that are not doing this on launch that have multiplayer capabilities are ones that are made by Bandai. Mortal Kombat games have always hit their stride after launch when it comes to updates and like network fixes. But for Mortal Kombat 1, this is a very concerning state, not to mention WB prioritizing monetary gain first, looking at you $12 fatality. That was a big topic a few weeks ago. 75% of 57,000 people participating in the poll agree that crossplay needs to come in ASAP, and I'm pretty sure that number is even wider amongst those that are not on Twitter. And very well, it should be the very first feature added in, as it is the most anticipated one. No official date as of yet, but remember Ed said that they've been working on all 4 of these and more. They just want to know which one do fans and the community in general want to see appear first. So hopefully this is sooner than later. Now with Omniman being the first DLC character releasing this week via the Combat Pack and next week for non-Combat Pack owners, the wording with this release and Tremors is kind of confusing, I can't lie. If you own the Combat Pack, Omniman comes out on November 9th. However, if you don't, you do have to wait for a week on November 16th to buy him out directly. Does this mean we also get Tremor then? Well, so far no. According to a press release, it says Tremor will be available via the Combat Pack or standalone purchase on November 20th. When I first read this, I thought that it meant that Tremor is coming the same day as Omniman if you have the Combat Pack, and then on the 20th if you don't have it. But now it's looking to be either way, regardless, he is coming on November 20th, which I see what they're trying to do here. Instead of dropping both DLCs on the same day, they want to stagger it to provide more player population traction and spread it around among multiple release dates. Not my favorite thing in the world, but I get it from a business standpoint. So Omniman is coming this week. We have a combat cast finally tomorrow, Wednesday, November 8th. So look forward to that at 1 p.m. Eastern time to see more details. I won't be going live for it. I mean, not at least yet. In particular, Combat Cast in the future, we might do that, but I will be checking it out for myself and making some notes based off of what gameplay stuff they show us, because we do have a full 24 hours after that when Omniman releases. And I'm just excited to see more combat breakdowns because it will be including Omniman and Tremor gameplay. There's another thing I also want to talk about more in another video, but patch culture has been very weird, specifically for NRS games. If something is overused or deemed broken, like Cyrax assist for example, instead of buffing the other assists to be just as good or have a lot of utility, they instead nerf things. Sometimes they nerf them into the ground, but this time it's not unusable, of course. I still think Cyrax is still very usable in gameplay. More games need to really just start to buff the other unused options to make them ultimately better and more well-rounded, to encourage more usage and playability from players all over. I don't know, what do you guys think about that? I mean, that's just me. I've always felt that way. For any game within this patch culture, instead of killing one option and outright eliminating anybody from using it, you should be buffing the other ones, and in my opinion, balancing it around that way so that more people utilize a specific thing that's being underutilized. Very early into Mortal Kombat 1's life cycle, the community is experiencing a content crisis, but hopefully sooner than later, NRS can work things through and we start to see the ball is rolling. As of right now, the short campaign, uninspired ranking system online is just not doing it. But I want to hear from you guys. What do you all think about this? I can't lie, I have not played as much as I wanted to due to issues earlier on with cameo bugs and lacking crossplay. But now with Omniman coming and looking to be my main, I'm locking back into Mortal Kombat 1 and I want to hear what you guys think. Comment below, let's get a discussion going. Be sure to like the video if you enjoyed and subscribe if you are new. More Mortal Kombat videos are on the way and you don't want to miss them. My name is BltzZ and thanks for watching.